Dear viewers, let me read you a story that you might find familiar. The story takes place in modern day Japan in a world familiar to ours. However, certain people have special powers that separate them from the average person. People with these powers attend school in order to cultivate their powers, as well as carry out missions for higher ups. One such student had a power that made him very useful to the higher ups. He and his best friend were sent on many missions and always succeeded. However, these young students eventually noticed the corruption of the school and its higher ups. Unfortunately, while they both agreed that something needed to change, they could not agree on their next steps. The student with the lighter hair color decided to change the system from the inside and became a teacher at the very school he attended. On the other hand, the student with the darker hair color decided to destroy the system, and he recruited other people with powers in order to help him. In the process, becoming a celebrity with many followers of people who lacked powers. Eventually, these two students would clash as adults, while both of their students and followers would be involved. Eventually, our lighter-haired hero would defeat his best friend in an emotional reunion. Also, there was a girl there too. Also, in the anime and manga where this story takes place, this character is actually the teacher of the main character. I'm sure at this point you know exactly what story I'm talking about, so let's just take off this cover and show off what we're working with. You have got to be kidding. So, what exactly is Gakuen Alice? Gakuen Alice is a shoujo manga which started publishing in 2002 and received an anime adaptation in 2004. It follows Sakura Mikan, a young and cheerful girl who actually has one thing in common with Gojo. Chasing after her, according to historians, best friend, Mikan transfers schools to Alice Academy, a school for children with powers known as Alice's. Here, she meets the teacher from the opening story, a young blonde sensei named Narumi, who we aren't sure how much we can trust. While Alice Academy is a fun school with lots of recreation, there's actually a dark side to the school. There exists a pompous man in a black coat named Persona who leads certain students to carry out dangerous missions, including Mikan's combat boyfriend. While Gakuen Alice, especially the manga, has a lot of stuff going on, that's basically all you need to know to understand the story we started with. So, who exactly were the students? Well, the lighter-haired hero is Narumi, Mikan's teacher and our main man trying to change the system of Alice Academy. His Alice is the pheromone Alice, which lets him make people fall in love with him and do his bidding. Just don't question it too much. His darker-haired friend is Leo, who is a part of an organization who aims to destroy Alice Academy. Rather than running a cult, he becomes a famous singer and uses his fame to infiltrate the academy in one of the arcs. His Alice is the voice pheromone Alice, which is totally different than Narumi's. This power allows him to control people with his voice, and unlike other people, he can control it at will. Other than that, their story plays out how I described it at the start, at least in the anime. In the final anime original arc of the anime, their backstory is revealed, and while I was watching it, I felt as if I was just watching an alternate version of Sato Sugu. You know, just without the KFC. But like, seriously, after watching the episode, I went straight to the internet to try to find if Gege had ever said anything in an interview that he had watched Gakuen Alice or read it or, anything. But I couldn't find anything. And the thing is, this isn't just a one-off coincidence. The first JJK related thought I had while watching this show was actually because there's a character who's able to give life to the stuffed animals he makes. You know, with manga and anime where characters have powers, obviously it's inevitable that there's going to be repeats or, powers that you see a lot. But the ability to give life to stuffed animals? I mean, maybe I just haven't watched enough shows, but I have never seen a power like that besides in JJK and Gakuen Alice. Furthermore, the kid with the power's favorite stuffed animal is a bear. Like Panda! I mean, come on! Also, while looking things up for this video, I learned that there's a character who appears later in the manga named Nobara. Interesting. And the thing is, I haven't even read all the manga. So if you have or know someone who has, please let me know if there are more similarities to JJK. Because with all this in mind, the clock's ticking, Gege. It's only a matter of time before the truth comes to light.